Yeah. Yeah. Vincent! All right, I got him. Okay, you guys. We got lots going on here, so bear with me.
Okay, so my speaker, we go and shut your speakers off. Your speakers too. No, your speakers on. So you don't get the echo. You'll be recording, right? I am not. Yes. I'm just going to post it from home. Should I say right now or what?
Yeah, right now. You try to get on.
Here's which ones right now. It's up. Okay, let's go. Tell me when we're live, James. My camera's good. Whenever she's ready to start it, we'll start.
It's started.
I'll start.
All right, everybody, let's get this show on the road. Why does no one listen to me? All right. This is so fun. Denise, trade with me. Wait, you can't. You can't. It's perfect. All right, gotcha. All right, here we go. This is a great night. Holy mackerel. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday night opportunity meeting. And I am going to do a little different presentation for you that you have never seen before on the screen. That is going to absolutely inspire and excite you. I promise you that. I am Tom Chenault, and I am the husband or the Manny of the fabulous Denise Chenault, one of the top.
My Manny?
I'm your Manny. One of the top 25 network marketers in the world, women, and she's going to be speaking in Vegas this weekend. And so she's going to help me with this presentation. She's actually going to do most of it.
No.
And what we are going to do is bring some slides to life. But
We coordinated our outfits.
Yes, we all dressed up. She said, Tom, you've got your shirt inside out. You got your shoes on the wrong feet. You got all that worked out. Here we are. So what we're going to talk about is this company, Youngevity, and why we think it is the answer to what you're looking for in your life. But we can't figure out what you're looking for in your life unless you tell us. So starting with this handsome young man in the very front of the room, Jason, tell us what you're looking for in your life, buddy.
I am looking for everything.
What does that mean? You're looking for better health. You love Dr. Wallach.
The good life.
Yeah,
Health,
good.
wealth, love, happiness.
Wealth, love, and
That's
happiness.
what's,
In that order?
Health. You didn't say
Yeah,
I
because
said health.
Yes,
Oh,
he did.
I thought you
Health,
said
wealth, love, happiness.
Oh, I thought you said wealth.
Okay, good.
I wanna be successful, and I wanna support myself doing something that I feel inspired to do. That's not, something that was given to me by somebody else.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's really cool about Youngevity is that we get to pick our passion.
Pick your passion.
So
Very cool.
yeah, I like to live that way.
All right, you don't have to flip the camera back to me, James. I just want to talk to that little rock star right behind there. Hello there, Dee Blackburn. How are you?
I'm awesome.
So tell me, we answer the same question.
Wealth and health.
Wealth and health, very important to you. Okay, very good. How about you, Tamara?
Wealth and health.
And what do you do for your day job?
I do Youngevity.
You are a professional network marketer.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable. And how about that beautiful woman next to you? What is your name?
Elise.
Elise. And where are you working these days?
I am the
You're what?
part-time waitress.
You're a part-time waitress, and you are a Youngevity person.
Yes.
That is so nice. All right, good. Hello there, young man. What is your name?
My name's Seth.
Seth. And what do you do?
I'm a waiter and professional marketer.
All right, good. We got a couple purple hairs coming in the door. What's your name?
Danielle.
Danielle. How are you?
I'm good. How are
Never better. What do you do for a living?
you? I work in retail at Marshall's.
Oh, wow. That sounds very good. You're a very beautiful, made-up woman. And how about you, Jen? Where do you work?
At the Two Dog Diner.
At the Two Dog Diner. Give her a round of applause. I love the Two Dog Diner. Okay, so who's that? Alec or Alex? Hey, I said that right. Give me a round of applause. Alec. A-L-E-C?
Yes.
Unbelievable. What do you do?
I'm a waiter at Youngevity, just like these two.
Well, that Biaggi's is going to hate us when everybody walks out the door, we're going to have problems. Hello, Scott Bardulis. What's your story?
You do that. I'm happy to be alive. I'm married to this amazing woman next to me, and we are all about owning our time.
And you're professional network marketers.
That's right.
All right, good. Juliet, if be more eloquent. That was a cliche.
I'm Juliet, and I'm a professional network marketer, and I'm here for freedom, time freedom, health, family time, vacation, love, all that.
Love. Okay, good. Hello, Joel.
Hello, Tom.
Tell me your story.
Well, I'm here for definitely freedom.
Freedom?
And freedom to travel with my loved ones.
Oh, with the loved ones. Good.
Yeah.
Have you got quite a few of those?
Yeah, handful.
How about Tall Paul? You love him?
I love him.
Hello, Tall Paul. How are you? Hi. You are a handsome man. Did you put the tie on for this meeting?
No.
Oh, rats. I thought you were a snazzy man. Okay, so tell us your story.
My day job is in wine sales.
Okay, good.
I always wanted to do that.
Oh, the dream board. On her dream board, it was becoming a wine salesman. Come a long way, Denise. That's good.
I am curious about Youngevity and freedom and financial security.
Have you got a healthy dose of skepticism inside of you?
Yes.
Hot diggity dog. How about that woman next to you?
Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Jessica. What's your story? You're already turning red, and I haven't even asked you.
I do instantly. It's weird.
I love that about you.
Even if I'm
So tell me a story about you.
fine. Professional.
Good. You love coffee.
I do.
She's got a coffee shirt on. I love your coffee. What does it say? Drink coffee.
Drink coffee.
Put
On
on.
some gangster rap.
Holy. That is very, very cool. Yeah. All right, good. She's as red as a beet now, man. We put the spotlight on her. Hello, Bob Phillips. What's your story?
I'm here
What are you doing here?
I'm here for health
Okay.
and wealth
And wealth.
and happiness.
And happiness.
Yep.
And how happy, healthy, and wealthy are you getting?
I'm getting all three categories, very happy, very healthy, and getting well.
And your nickname used to be Whitey.
No,
Yes, it is, because your hair was so white.
Was completely gray. Yeah.
I'm completely noticing how colored it is.
Stand up.
Did you color it? You didn't color it. So,
Wait, stand up. Stand up.
stand up.
Yes, true. Let's stand up, turn around.
Take off your shirt.
Look at me.
Oh, the guy is unbelievable. Plus, you had a major coronary, almost died, on all kinds of prescription medication. Fired all those crazy prescription meds after your doctor told you it was okay.
No.
What? Without asking?
Fired all those prescription meds when I fell asleep.
Okay, well, good. I'm not telling you to do that, and I'm not telling anybody to do that. All right, who's the woman with the checkerboard square that sneaked in next to you?
I'm Bree.
Spell it.
B-R-H-E.
Oh, we never got that one. Holy mackerel. What's your story? B-R-H-E. Huh? Good, 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 good. Where do you work in your day job?
Family practice in Berlin.
Hot dog. Nice to meet you. All right. What, B-R-H-E? Had it the whole way. Okay. Hello, mother of the leprechauns. What's your name?
My name is Jenna.
Jenna, and what's your story?
I am a barber stylist during the day, mom always, and I'm here for health and freedom.
Good, good, good. I love that. How about you, Ellen Young? Tell me about you.
I am a professional network marketer.
Okay.
Law.
Okay.
I am a business consultant.
Okay.
CPA.
Yes.
And I'm here to dream and achieve.
Very good. I like that. How about you, Trish Hetherington?
I'm Trish Hetherington.
You have your uniform on from somewhere.
Yep. I have my work clothes on
Okay.
from training, and so 30 years in the personal training world, and
Oregon camps.
other two, and I am. Let me go tell her. Just learning how to have liberty from people who've done it and know how to do it, and that's why I'm here.
Very
I want
cool.
Complete liberty.
Okay, good. And Susan, what's in that cup?
Vodka.
Oh, you're not drinking any wild turkey or anything tonight? That's exciting. So tell us the story. What's your story?
Well, my name is Susan.
Susan?
Yeah.
Hi, Susan. Denise is a little ADD.
Sorry. I massage therapist for 24 years. I have my health, thankfully, thanks to Youngevity, because I've had some issues. Now I don't.
You had big issues
Yeah, I mean, I had radiation, so
when you were young.
yeah.
Well, that was nice of you to say. You're still young, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
No, like,
Yeah, like in my
40s?
started out like 10 years ago. I had
All right, good. All right, good.
Yeah, so I wanted time freedom and more money.
More money, good. All right, give me all three midgets up here. Come on. All three of them. Or leprechauns, whatever you want to call them. All right, look at these three guys. No stickers 1, 2, and 3. I need somebody that's got change for a $20 bill. I'll trade you. If you got 3 5s, I'll trade you for a 20.
wow, come on now.
You know what? I always
Come
want to.
on. Can you do that
I
now?
always want to give them the money in my pocket, but all I have are 5 $100 bills. You're not kidding. These little crooks, I'm not giving them the money. But tell me what what do you want to be when you grow up? A what? Construction worker. I love that. What do you want to be? Cooks in the kitchen. That would be a cook. Or a chef. Okay, what do you want to be? You want to be in the military. Those are lofty goals, you guys. It doesn't mean you're going to go to school and pay attention. Are you going to pay attention to your mom and dad?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, good. I got some money for you. What do we have? I will give you. Give her 20. Okay, there's a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. There's $5 for you. There's $5 for you. There's $5 for you. You know why? Because I love you guys. And that's great to have you here. And every day is take your children to work day. Anybody got small kids like 2 years old? Anybody got a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old? You do, you do. Okay, you don't like leaving those kids for all this stuff, and it's going to just get worse. And sooner or later, when you get to be Jenna's age, you can't wait to get rid of them. But at that time, at this 2-year-old thing, I mean, You love you kids. I love you. I love you.
Thanks,
Oh,
Tom.
you're welcome. So, all right, go back. I just bribed you to be quiet. All right, back in business. Okay, so what I'm going to do tonight, I want to know. What? Oh, I forgot James. What's your story?
Marianne.
So my name's James. I'm here for the health, the wealth, the lifestyle.
That makes me happy. How about you?
Yeah, that same thing you just said.
No, sir. Come on, be original.
Is this that
You
your
know-
mom?
It's a
This is my mother.
Very nice to meet you.
Don't you love her?
Yes. No, I think it's, I came kind of scooted in for the help, but in the back of my mind, I really wanted to make a lot of money, and this started to be that venue. So, both helping
Okay, good.
freedom.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Wait, aren't you gonna ask me?
Ask me.
This is attention deficit
You have to
disorder.
ask me the question.
What are you in this deal for? Why do you do this? What is it that floats your boat?
Because this is like our family. And when you start to see people really, like achieving their dreams, it's just so awesome.
Look at this. This is exactly the opposite of your job. Have you ever worked in a job for years and years and years, and they just don't recognize your greatness, and you just work at, is it Macy's? Marshalls? Is that the same as Macy's? Okay.
Oh,
Do they give you a lot of raises in that job? Like walk in every day and just go, man, you are unbelievable. No. Do they just thank you every door? Do they recognize the crud out of you?
They do, actually.
Oh, good. Well, I would too with that. All right. Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. We're going to talk about this company, Youngevity. And we just got this new slide deck.
Are we doing
And you are going to, in a while. I see. Yeah, I don't want to do anything further than that.
Got it.
Okay, so here's where we're going. Youngevity, your path to betterment. What does betterment mean? That's a great question. Betterment for you is not what's betterment for me. Because betterment probably is defined. You guys are all smart enough to say betterment. What would that mean to me? And have your own definition of it. Use that. But the name of the game for my buddy Joel Molly is to make sure he's got what Tall Paul. I almost forgot your name. How could I forget Paul's name? Rhyming it with tall. I had a Rick, and I'm going, what's that? Nothing rhymes with Rick. So it was unbelievable. I had you. Forget it. So anyway, what we're doing. So anyway, but you have to be completely plugged in to what betterment means for him. And he kind of told you a little bit what was going on in his life. I heard a little bit from Jen about her friend from Marshalls. That's what you do. So click it. We're only on slide 1, and we've got 20 to go. Oh! We're going to be here till about 11 o'clock. All right. So what does this? Look at this. Gig economy. What does gig mean? You're thinking gigabyte. No. Everybody's got a gig going. In the old days, you thought when I dropped out of high school and then out of college, it was all about getting a job that you could have for 40 hours a week for 40 years to retire for another 40 years, right? That's what the whole plan was. None of us believe that anymore. The average career is like maybe 4.5 years instead of 40 years. That's not a job career. No one stays that long. So the name of the game, and what I want to have you sink into your head, is where you, holy cow. Was that my eyes or the holy cow. Okay.
Well, the thing is that people you can't put a living together anymore because employers they're not employing people for 40 hours a week. They're employing people for 30 hours a week, so they don't have to pay benefits, right? So you can't live on what you're making, and so most people have to put together some sort of living, and so that's why you're seeing Uber, that's why you're seeing people selling on Amazon, all these part-time gigs, and they say by 2020 that half of the population is going to be part of that gig economy. So why not be a part of it and do it on your own time out of your own house?
So you work at Marshalls. Do they give you 40 hours a week there?
Yeah.
Good girl. Do they mind you working on your home-based business in Marshalls? Of course they do. They don't want you doing it, but they're forcing you into the gig. They're forcing you. They're only giving you 30, 40 hours a week. They're trying to keep your income down because they have got to stay in business. And they don't want you working on these gigs, but everybody's got to work on a gig because it's impossible to support yourself with any kind of lifestyle on the hourly wage that they pay you. So this thing makes sense. So what is your gig? Figure out what your gig is and make it something that you can have fun with. Maybe your gig is going out and digging ditches because you can do that. I don't think many people would call that a gig. When our little boy Dominic, our little tiny boy, 25, is now working for a landscape company, and he is like hauling rocks around. And he comes home every day and he is exhausted.
Let's just be clear, this is day 5. So it's
And he already thinks he needs a wristwatch because he's been there 5 days. He goes, I'm not sure this job's going to last. I mean, it's too hard. So that's what, and he's not able to even make a living to pay his rent and do all the things that he's got in his life with the salary they're paying, but that's most of us. So we have to have an additional gig. So I know I beat that horse to death.
I think we beat that gig.
Yeah, half of all Americans are going to be working in the gig economy. I know it. I'm repeating you because I want to sink that in. Everybody's going to be linking. Everybody's going to be seeking a gig. It might as well be a gig involved with you. Go ahead and click. So what's the opportunity in that? Okay, so what happens? Our son is coming. Can't say that. Our son is coming home to visit us in June. So we love you, Adrian. I'm glad you're coming. But here's the deal. People are coming home and they're saying, man, I've worked for corporate America. I tried to climb that ladder. I've got 3 small children. I am absolutely climbing up the ladder of success. The only trouble is as I climb that ladder, I get more and more work and more pressure and more stress. And I'm leaving. Is that my pocket or yours? Okay, so here's the deal. As you climb, you get to the top of the ladder, and all of a sudden you find out you climb that ladder, and you've been there a long time, over 10 years. What is that?
I'm trying to meet him. Oh, again?
And here's the deal. At that point, you climb that ladder, and guess what happens to you? You got to the top of the ladder, and you've sacrificed your children, you've sacrificed everything, and you realize you're at the top of that ladder, but you've got a small problem. It's leaned against the wrong wall. It's leaned against the wrong wall. You've got to be over here. So what the problem is you got to go all the way down that ladder and all the way back up. What we're trying to do is save you that. Your gig could get you up both ladders. That's the key. It gives you flexibility. It gives you the life-changing opportunity. It gives you the chance to be able to do both until you can only do one. Is that cool enough? True story. Click it. So Youngevity is your path to betterment. It's the truth. The act or process of improving something, especially in including your life. So what are you going to do? Are you going to go do some meaningless job, like move rocks around? Or are you going to try to change the health or the time or the money of a suffering planet? Which one are you going to do when you really wake up in the morning? How passionate do you want to get? Do you want to get passionate, like kind of passionate? Or do you want to be like she just intimated, where she popped out of her bed to get up every day to go change lives? That's Denise. That's me. I can't wait to wake up. I can't wait to do the hair on fire call. I can't wait to be a part of your lives. And what a way to be able to make a living instead of out there on the railroad, working on the railroad. Does anybody even work on the railroad? We're whipping right through this baby. So what's this mean? Youngevity is your path to opportunity. So you're in the pursuit of betterment. You've got 20 years of our experience behind you. Our goal is to help you live a more fulfilled life. Joel's goal for Tall Paul is to make sure he's got a better life. He loves you. He loves your little 2-year-old. He loves your life, and he wants to improve upon your life. Not because it's going to improve his life. He's set. What he's trying to do is that for you, Paul. That's so cool, don't you think? When was the last time that you felt like somebody's eyes were popping open at 2 o'clock in the morning thinking about your problems? Been a long time, hasn't it?
Well, usually they're mine.
You're yours. Nobody else's though, right? Yeah, nobody's doing that. I guarantee you, Joel's it. I guarantee you that. And you know what? Scott's eyes are popping open at 2 o'clock in the morning thinking about your problems, Joel. And guess what? My eyes are popping open at 2 o'clock in the morning thinking about Juliet's problems. So is that cool enough? So you get to decide. You are completely in the driver's seat here. This is your destiny you're in control of. How hard do you want to work? Your decision. How much money do you want to make? Your decision. How much lifestyle do you want to change? Your decision. This is your choice. You've got your destiny here. Somebody else has got your destiny there. Who would you rather have in control of your destiny? You or them? Choose.
The man.
The man. The woman. Okay. So pick your passion and build your business around it. I am a recovering alcoholic of 28 years. And when alcoholics, one thing, the reason they drink so much is because of their muscle. They've always got a drink in their hand. As you see pictures of me in my 30s, you would see me with a can of Coors Light or something called a Sea Breeze in literally every picture. I can show you 100 of them. With my mom and my dad, with this is my mom, we had the glass, no, whatever. That's the way it is. And then having something in my hand is really, really important. And I've got a choice. It can either be an ice cream cone or it can be a cup of coffee. I drink coffee. Coffee is my passion. And so what happens with me every day? I'm talking to you about coffee. I'm opening conversation with coffee, telling you that's what I'm passionate about. I'm trying to find out what your passion is, and then I'm going to try to ultimately take you to something called 90 for life, which we're going to get to in a second. But you get to be your passion. Wouldn't that be unbelievable to be your passion? To actually wake up in the morning and be your passion all day long and be able to impact lives with your passion? That's who we are. So, let's see. She's trying to
I'm
move
over
me along.
here thinking I should have a face guard on.
What? Am I spitting on you?
No, you made a punch on
You're like
Oh.
You're like, crowded back there. Why didn't you?
Did you notice that the front row was the one that was open, by the way? Wait. You know why it's open? Because, man, these people are usually like this. They got their coat. Well, you did it already. That's very good. The woman, she already noted. This guy is like spitting all over me, so she's got the shield up. Because, I don't have any teeth. These are false teeth. That's not true. So, anyway. All right, back to it. All right. Click it. Moving right along. So, who is this guy? That is Dr. Wallach. So, he is the founder of this company. We'll get to him in a minute. But we are a global company. That means all over the world. We were founded in 1997 by Dr. Wallach. He's the author of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. You can't, 250 million copies of that lecture are circulated all over the world. 250 million. That's a lot.
But you seriously came like this far from our head. I'm just
I'm
saying.
sorry.
So, Dr. Wallach's passion, and he's on the road 300 days a year because it's his passion, is the nutrition and wellness. This 90 for life concept. And we're going to get into that a little bit more, but that's who he is. And Dr. Wallach gets to do his passion. And he's built an army inside of Youngevity following his focus on health and physical wellness. He also realized that emotional wellness is just as important. So this company is committed to betterment. We want everything in your life to be fulfilled. Emotional, physical, spiritual, financial. Every one of those is something that we are important, and that we think is important, and something that we believe that we can help you with. Click it. So the Youngevity Modern Marketplace, what does that mean? It means that we have got something going on called Omni Direct. Omni means all. Direct means direct from you. And what that means is we are reinventing direct selling. So you get to be what you're passionate about inside of these verticals of Youngevity. What does that mean? We've got it all. We've got the best nutrition and wellness out there. I was just talking about my coffee passion, and somebody sent me a link to be able to make my own coffee cup out of my own back office with my picture on it and the fact that I love coffee. Because in that memory keeping division, we can customize anything. So you're buying it from yourself. You know, send out cards, you're your own send out cards. You know, there's all kinds of different companies out there that do all kinds of cards and banners and stuff. That's you. You're your own store. Spa and beauty, food and beverage, apparel and jewelry, services. Every one of the categories of the Youngevity modern marketplaces are $1 billion industry. You get to choose it. You get to focus on it. You get to get passionate about it. But you have to remember something. What you're passionate about is probably not what the person across the table from you is passionate about. So you tell your own story. You show them your passion, just like Dave Brisky did today on that coffee webinar he just did. And then you find out what their passion is, and you show them that they can monetize their passion just like you are. Is that a gift? Instead of trying to push the pig through the python snake. Denise hates it when I say that, the pig through the, that's what you do.
It's funny because I was thinking earlier,
There you go.
I started out this morning, I made the new fit shake. I put the green drink in it, or what is that thing called?
Super greens.
Super greens. Put the super greens in it. I put the I-26.
Oh.
I put the osteo, and that's how I started out my morning. And as I was working on my speech for this weekend, I put some essential oils in my diffuser. I had already, actually I didn't wash my hair today. but I used the skincare. I used our mineral makeup. Almost everything I used up until 10 o'clock was all Youngevity products.
That's exactly right. Can you imagine that? You are your own store. You are buying from yourself. You are building a brand around yourself. My brand, coffee. Her brand is all kinds of stuff because she's so beautiful. Me?
I had the coffee too.
Oh, yeah, the coffee too. Good. Okay. Okay, so what's that? Okay, good. So what you got to do is, so here's this slide. This looks a little redundant to me. The last one looked just about like this one. So here's what you want to do. You want to start by picking your passion and trying one. That's what you did.
Yeah.
That's
Basically what we've done in our house is we've switched out all the normal products. So instead of getting Starbucks coffee at Starbucks, we get Youngevity coffee. Instead of buying makeup at Clinique, I get makeup from Youngevity. We basically switched out almost everything that we can to Youngevity products. So we've switched where we swapped where we shop.
Swap where we shop is an important thing because think about it. The best and easiest customer to go get is the person that's already buying it somewhere else that can buy it from themselves. That's why that makes so much sense. And that's why the billion-dollar companies in network marketing, the ones that last over 20 years, are all transfer buying companies like this. Every one of them. You look at Amway Corporation, you look at the biggies, they've all got multiple products because all they're doing is diverting that money going to the department stores back to themselves. And that's what you're able to create here. Click it. So the absolute fundamental thing that every one of us have to be on. I don't care what company you're in. I don't care what product you're in love with. I don't care where you're working. I don't care if you're even in Youngevity or not. The 90 essential nutrients is the foundation of our company. And every one of you living human beings needs to be on it. And the reason they call it 90 for life is because it's not 90 for 90 days. It's not 90 for 9 years. It's 90 for the rest of your life. Because you are a human being. And Dr. Wallach has definitively proved that minerals are absolutely the foundation and the basis of good health. All your life you've been told to take your vitamins, not knowing that your vitamins weren't working without the mineral cofactors. That's the key to this deal. So every one of you need that one little canister right there called the Tangy Tangerine, the EFA Plus, and the Beyond Osteo FX. If we can get the planet on this, we are going to change the health of the world. That's our goal. That's Dr. Wallach's goal. That's from those little kids in the back of the room all the way to the oldest person in the room, whom is me. I promise you, this is the ticket. So what are you doing? Think about this, the home and family part of this. Those are all those scrapbooks I was talking about. All the photos that are in your phone are in your phone. What good are they doing? When people come over to your house, do they look at you and say, this is a beautiful home, can I see your phone so I can see your family? No, they don't do that. They don't do that. But you take your favorite photos out of there and you make a canvas of them. I just bought Denise a beautiful canvas. She doesn't even, I didn't want to say what the secret was. I just bought her a beautiful gift in the form of a canvas. Why? Because it's going to be meaningful to her. And every one of you have that ability to do that in your own back. I'm a heck of a guy. In your own background. So that's very, very
It's
cool.
so funny because not this Christmas, but the Christmas before, I went crazy.
Oh, she
in
spent like
Heritage Makers.
oh yeah.
I spent gobs of money, but
More canvases are under beds in our family than in any other family.
that is so true. I made canvases for all the kids because we had family.
They're all looking at us
pictures.
going, where are we gonna put
And I
this?
seriously, yeah, Dominic, well, it was a choice between this size. Now we have more choices at this point, but it was a choice between like this size or like this size. I thought, well, this is too small. So I got this size. And where does a 24-year-old like put this, on his mantle? No, never. And so I know that this is great stuff. But I just went crazy. And so I made canvases. We had these really cool, instead of canvases, these metal prints. I made those. I made Christmas cards. I do things in
Ornaments.
between.
You mean all those
Ornaments.
cool ornaments?
I know. But it's so much fun. And the thing is that in network marketing, a lot of times in December, your sales go down because people get distracted. It's Christmas. Youngevity, we don't have that problem because we have heritage makers and everybody's making their cards and everything else for Christmas presents.
It's beautiful.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Quick. So why don't you talk about this?
I love our makeup, and I didn't think I was gonna like it, honestly. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whenever it came out, 12 years ago.
You should have done half your face because you've gotten so much better looking.
That would be scary. So, but I fairly dry skin, and I didn't think that I'd be able to use a mineral makeup. And it ends up that it's the only thing I wear now. And the colors are beautiful. The quality is what I love. Michelle Wallach is the co-founder of Youngevity, and she constantly is upgrading the formulas. We have beautiful masks now, and she keeps upgrading the skincare as well. But I love it. I couldn't go a day without it.
So, Alec, are you a married man?
Nope.
No.
Do you like makeup?
Do you wear makeup? No. So if that was the only division we had, and you wanted to build a business in it, you would have to push the pig through the python snake. But you got a lot of other divisions, right? How exciting is that? And that opens up so many things because now you've got twice the market.
Very sure.
Okay. Very good point, Tom. Thank you. All right, wait. Apparel and jewelry. Alec, back to you. No. Wear many necklaces, Alec? No. But the fact is, it's the same thing. We've got this incredible, Juliet, are you wearing any?
Yes, she is.
Stand up and do a 180.
I'm feeling.
Look at that.
I'm feeling so naked.
Yeah, we'll do a 180.
We have all different
Okay,
kinds
good.
of jewelry pieces that have special hooks.
Oh, I meant 360. You can turn back.
Special hooks, so you can hook them together. You can statement piece, you can wear them with a bracelet, wrap them around, the belt. Each piece can be 10 different things. So it's fun.
Yeah, and you love it. And they're adding to it all the time. They're over in Hong Kong right now. Tamara's wearing it. Dee's wearing it. Yeah, it's very, very cool.
Loser that's in rehearsed.
Like,
Oh, even I have mine. Essential oil.
okay, here we are. This is the passion of mine. We have a farm in Newco. Where is it? Farm, ranch? What do you have? How we have?
Plantation.
Plantation. Yeah, so everything is grown down in Nicaragua. This is the most unbelievable brand we've got. It's all about Be the Change, which is the foundation of ours. And so much of the coffee profit goes to charity and things like this. This is the brand.
It goes to
I
our
am coffee.
Youngevity Be the Change Foundation. And the other cool thing is that it's, okay, fair trade, organic,
Bird friendly.
bird friendly.
Bird friendly.
The other one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what was it? Rainforest certified.
Yeah, it uses our minerals.
Bird friendly. They actually, they put nests in the trees for the birds.
Oh my gosh.
It's the certification.
So is anybody here a Mormon? Yeah. And whatever your name, what's your name this week? Ellen? Ellen's Mormon. So you're not a coffee girl. So
Yes,
Yes, she is.
okay.
Oh my God.
So wait a second. Wait a second. Come back to me. Okay, so if you were like the book following by the book Mormon. Wait a second. Wait a second. Should you be one of those, you would be pushing the pig through the python snake. So that's if we were just a coffee company, but we're not. We're bailing here. So very, very sorry about that. So anyway, but I'm not the one going to hell. So I'm kidding you. You do whatever you want. Oh my God. All right, that's terrible. Am I anywhere near as red as you? I thought. Why didn't you tell me?
The other thing, though, that I love about our topic, you look right up here. That date is when they harvested the coffee, which is totally.
Yeah, they got the stuff's so fresh, it's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
They bag it off the tree. Okay. Click. All right. Cart Ripple and David Allen Capital. How many times do you run around with people and they're going, I don't have the money. They're small business people. They don't have the money. You look them right in the eye and say, guess what? We got a division. We can make you a loan. So you are selling them what they want to buy. You're walking up and down Main Street. You're trying to bring businesses into this thing. You know that these small businesses don't own their business. Their business owns them. I mean, almost all small businesses. It is absolutely nauseating how really they paid themselves last. They would do anything to have a credit line. They don't have one. There used to be something called HELOCs, home equity loans, that you could use for your business, but they don't let them do that anymore. So small businesses have to go to the bank, and they have to go through that loan process. They have to go through the loan committee, and by that time, they're out of business. And to be able to have something like David Allen Capital, to be able to get a loan within a couple of weeks and actually get those people out of the trap and also make a commission off of it is unbelievable. We've also got merchant processing. We've also got an app called Cart Ripple, which is like Price Match. So you can go into a Best Buy. You can put Cart Ripple. You can see what it is in Best Buy. You can hit it on Cart Ripple. You're going to get a little bigger discount. You're going to get paid a little bit of money. You can hit the button, walk to the back of the store, and pick it up.
Yeah.
It is sick.
Mary Ann has a testimonial.
Yes, because
What
I
happened?
bought my husband a computer at Christmas time, found it on Cart Ripple, $60 cheaper than any place else, plus I'm going to get cash back.
Is that crazy enough? So what are you going to
We got our plane tickets to Vegas for the women's event for Cart Ripple.
What? And they have hotel rooms too.
And you make a little
They
money.
even have Groupon. So
Yeah.
Groupon, get a cheap room, you know.
Look at Denise, it's like,
I got a room at the
Thanks
lake.
for letting me know.
You got a room off of Cart Ripple in
Groupon.
Vegas for $30.
At the lake.
and you get cash back on.
And I got cash back. And I used it at remember those Tuscany Gardens from like 8 years ago? $25 less. What?
Holy mackerel. All right, that's Telecare. Anybody ever had an experience with Telecare? Back to Mary Ann. Sickest woman in the world.
No, I mean,
Is she on the screen?
oh, sorry. No, I got Telecare from my daughter, but But James has a great testimonial about a buddy of his who figured he had pneumonia, signed up with the telecare in less
Why
than
are you
15
telling the story?
Oh, sorry. Because that's what you do. I'm just learning.
I am now the cameraman. You're dead. Okay, go ahead.
So I had a friend that went on telecare, thought he had pneumonia, and they.
You have something in your teeth. You know.
Oh, my.
So he saved a bunch of money and was able to get prescriptions, but being on telecare.
Beautiful.
In 15 minutes.
Yeah,
It was
15 minutes.
All right, good.
Yep.
All right.
See,
Beautiful.
I can tell the story much better. Don't
Yes,
I?
thank you.
They're actual doctors.
They're doctors, and you can get prescription. Yeah.
Bring these slides to life. Can you guys feel that?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. This is not your standard presentation. This is not a cookie cutter thing. There's no script.
Obviously.
There's no speech. No. Because if you, I mean, you've got to be yourself. Okay. Oh, yeah. So it's easy to help people swap where they shop, sell it in the way, you know, there's a million ways inside of Youngevity to do this product line. If you came out of a company that's a party plan, we've got it. If you came out of a company that is direct sales, we've got it. If we come out of something with social selling or something with the internet, we've got it. You get to pick. This is your business. You bought your business. Our job is to serve you. That's that simple. I am telling you this works, and it will work for you. Click. So, top quality products, celebrity ambassadors. That's Drew Pearson from the Dallas Cowboys, unbelievable football player. That's Mary Lou Henner from the movie Taxi. She was also on Celebrity Apprentice. She was on Dancing with the Stars. She's a Broadway actress. She is a beast. Here we've got the Be the Change Foundation, which, as I told you, that charitable entity we've got that pays no overhead. So what that means is there's 100% of every dollar goes to people. There is nothing like the United Way where they're getting, you know, you give them $1, and by the time everybody gets done, you're only giving them a little part of that. A little part of that goes to the people. 100 cents of every dollar goes to the people. That's cool. And you have a community of support, especially you people in Longmont. You have, and you know, in Loveland with the Fardulises. It's crazy what we got for you. Click it. How do you get started? Really, really simple. 25 bucks. Yeah, everybody's got 25 bucks. If that's all you've got, that's okay with us. We are not here for your money. We are here for you to be able to choose your path into Youngevity. What do you get for 25 bucks? You get the wholesale pricing, you get free shipping on auto ship, and you get, as you start building a little income, you get to start building it up. Or you can go to something called a CEO pack for 499 bucks. That is awesome. And what we're going to do now is we're going to bring somebody up to help me with this. Because I still, after 17 years, do not understand this compensation plan as well as the great Scott Fardulis, Diamond. What are you, an EMLR ambassador? Or what do they call you now? You don't even know what your rank is called? No. Emerald, I mean, it's crazy how high he's come in 4 short years, he and his beautiful wife. And what he has done is he has redefined the way that this opportunity is presented to people. And what is so cool about that is he's taken people with him. The people like Joel, the people like Tamara, the people like Dee, who are bringing their people. It is so exciting watching this because they get your commitment, and it is unbelievable. So show people how to come into this thing right. I'll help you because I know you're a little nervous. So, do you want to take off your shirt?
Not really.
Okay. He is a manly man. You should see him without your shirt. Unbelievable. Just like Joel Mallory.
That guy's a beast right there.
Yes, he is a beast.
Yes.
All right, so Scott, let's talk about, we got a little blackboard here for you. Okay. Let's talk about this comp plan.
All right. Well, raise your hand, Dee. Tamara, raise your hand. Joel, raise your hand. Jessica, raise your hand. Okay, perfect. So just so happens that we introduced those 4 people in this room to Youngevity.
Wow.
Which is really interesting. because if you think about the power of numbers, Tall Paul and I were talking about this yesterday. And
You're going to be sick of that, but now I've got it locked in my brain.
but what's amazing is that, so we introduced Joel, who raised his hand a second ago, and his fiance, Nikki. And they introduced some really good friends of theirs named Jeremy and Brittany Gerard. And talented people, amazing people. And they introduced Paul and his wife, Callie.
Very cool.
So I point that out to say it's interesting that we're all connected to people. And you've heard the concept, we were talking about this in the car too, that there's like 6 degrees of separation and you know the whole world. So if you just make up a name, pick one. Bono of U2. Anybody know U2, the band?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying, man, I'd really like to meet Bono. I could never meet Bono. Yes, you could. You already know somebody that knows somebody that knows him. And if you just knew how to tap into the power of your connections, you can get to anybody on the planet that you want to with 1 or 2 phone calls, or 1 or 2 text messages, or 1 or 2 emails. Next thing you know, there you are. So you can meet anybody that you wanted to on this planet. Now look at Twitter, look at Facebook, look at Instagram. You have the ability to click, I like that person, and you can follow them. And now you have a connection straight to that person. If you were powerful enough, you could actually say something to them that would catch their attention, and they'd be right back to you. So that's really what it comes down to, is how powerful are you and how attractive are you? But these 4 people in this room, I'm going to show you something that's crazy amazing. So if you just do a little bit of math, you can take whatever number you want to. Take 2. If this is you, that's 1. And then you get the picture here. There's 2. And if it just kept doubling, look at this. There's 4. And 4 turns into 8, and 16, and 32. But watch this. If we change that to 3, so there's you, 3, 9, 27, 81, and 253, is it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.
Is that right?
60.
63, thank you. 263. Okay, look at that. All we did was change this number by 1, and look at the difference in the same amount of duplications. You see how crazy that is? All we did was say that you introduced 3 instead of 2. And by duplicating and doubling, look at the difference at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 generations of people. And the same 5 generations of people, look at the monumental impact. If we do that one more time and go to 4, so there's you, and there's 4, and we have
16.
16,
64.
64,
256.
256, and 1,024.
And 4,096.
There. Look, all we did was just change the number by 1. And look at the difference between this and this and this. And the only difference here is just instead of 2, you introduced 4 and expected the same out of everybody else. And the average order, this is amazing too. The average order inside of Youngevity is about $187 a month. But I like round numbers, so let's just use 150 instead. Okay? So 187 is closer to realistic, so let's dumb it down. $150 per person. If you say that all of these people, so let's do the math here. Help me out. What's this total right here?
Oh, Lord.
62? 63, including yourself, is that right? 63. Paul's good at math, so we got 63, right? Okay, and 63 times 150 is what? 9,400. Thank you. So help me out, Joel, with this math again. So we're going to do the same thing over here. So give it.
That bottom number.
94.50. 94.50. Okay, now, the average commission in Youngevity for all 5 of these spots is 6.7%. Okay, so let's do the math on that. So we're going to use 6.7%. What's 6.7% times 9,400?
No.
6.7%.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, 6.7%.
Yeah, that's like.
Quiet, yeah. $633.
Okay, $633. You know what's great about that? That's not too far off the number that would have saved about 80% of all the bankruptcies last year. So you're going, no big deal. I think saving some bankruptcies is a pretty big deal. What do you think, Mr. Tom?
100% right.
I mean, so sometimes we get confused, like what important money really is. It doesn't need to be $60,000 a year to make a dent in somebody's household budget. You understand if somebody's making $60,000, that's as much as they can make because they don't have any more time to trade out to go find money someplace else. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So part-time, when you've got a little side business in Youngevity, it's bringing you 6.7% on average of all the volume you produce. That is a big number. Just in case it's not big enough, just do a little bit more. By the way, we're talking about a little bit more. One more person, big deal. What's the math on this? How many people is that?
It's about 380.
380 times 150 is what?
57,000.
57,000?
Even.
Wow. I mean, holy cow. Notice all we did was one more person. One. And everybody duplicated just one more. But look at the difference between 9,400 and 57,000. What's 6.7% of that?
3,819.
3,819. How are we doing now? All we did, and by the way, this is residual, Jen. You know, I'm so happy to see you. I can't even tell you that. I got to give you a hug. Great to see you. So if you haven't ever eaten at Two Dog Diner, she's the person you ask for when you walk through the front door. Yeah, when you walk in there, you don't say, seat me anywhere. You say, seat me wherever Jen's going to take care of me. And then you take care of her and she takes care of you. So let's do the math over here. By the way, all we did was just one more person. Just one. What are the numbers?
1,365.
1,365 people times 150 in the average order. That's less than the average order per person. So you understand these numbers on averages with the company's figures are going to be bigger than our numbers. So this is a case of under-promising and over-delivering, which I like to do.
195,150.
At 204,750.
Oh, yeah. 204.
Oh, you got one.
30 and 65 times 150.
204,750.
204,750 times 6.7%.
13,718.25 cents.
13,720 bucks. Wow. All we did, look at the difference. So you're wondering what a little bit of difference makes. Just a little smidgen. Little smidgen. Don't be lazy, people. Go find 3 to 4 people and help them do the same thing 5 times. The comp plan averages through level 6 on the average of 6.7. So again, this is an under promise and an over deliver because that 6.7 averages out through one more level that we're not even showing you. And we also dumbed down by about 3% the difference between 187 and 150. So if you like these numbers, you can get really excited about the fact that it does way better than this on the law of averages. And if you want something to write home about, for those of you who said that you wanted time, you'll get your time if you put that residual income into your life. For those of you who said you want money, there's the money. For those of you who said you want health, there's the health. Because it costs money to have good health. Do you agree with that? Yeah. So if you want time, there's the answer. If you want health, there's the answer. If you want money, there's the answer. Bottom line, that's the answer. You like the comp plan?
Yes.
It works so much beyond this. Car bonuses, vacation trips and packages, cash, all kinds of amazing things. Not to mention we have the most amazing products. So I don't like to complicate the comp plan beyond that, Tom, but that is the basics.
So the most beautiful thing about making that $13,700 a month is you're making $13,700 a month. But in Scott's situation, Dee made $3 grand, Tamara made $3 grand, Joel made $3 grand, and Jessica made $3 grand. So not only did you make some money yourself, you got to take the people that you love with you. Don't you love that?
I do, but I gotta say thank you to both of you because I remember when we first walked in here, I asked you, I said, what do we need to do? And you said, you need to, and we didn't call it a CEO pack at the time. However, it was called something else. And the equivalent of that at the time, he said, do that and don't stop.
Right.
And we're going to get after that drawing that we put on the board.
And he put 9 circles on the wall. And he put names in all 9 circles. And he said, I am going to build a dynasty. And some of these people, like these 9 people, are the people that I'm going to take with me unless they say no. And if they say no, they're going to look back in this in 5 years and realize what they missed. And Scott, you never said anything more profound or true in your entire life. Because all of those people whose names were in there that ended up doing something else or not getting on the horse, they're wishing like crazy that 4 years ago they would have believed you when he had no evidence. There was nothing there. It was Scott and Juliet taking the mountain, looking at people saying, I'm taking the mountain, I love you, I want to take you with me. My eyes are popping open at 2 o'clock in the morning thinking about you. Would you go with me? Some will, some didn't, and the ones that did are absolutely very happy today, aren't they?
Very happy. You want to hear a really cool short story?
Yeah.
Okay, so today I sat for about 2.5 hours with a couple that is in a very prominent, like most of you in this room would have heard of this very reputable company. They do billions of dollars a year. There's a number of companies in our space that do that kind of volume, but this particular company is one of those. They do billions of dollars globally, huge company, very respectable, great company. You couldn't find something bad to say about them. And so here they were, and they're thinking that they're going to recruit me into their company. They didn't have any idea who I was. I just was a guy, and they were talking, and it was a husband and a wife. And so they start telling me how amazing their company is and how wonderful it is. And then they said, so here's where we're at in the company. And they started telling us their story of success. Here's how many people we have in our organization. Here's the size of our income. You should really build this business with us. And I said, well, that is really interesting. I said, I'm so proud of you guys. That's amazing. You've done phenomenal work. Couldn't be more excited for you. Way to go. And whatever you do, don't stop. You just keep going, pedal to the metal. And I said, well, yeah, but what about you? What are you going to do? And I said, I'll be fine. I'll be just fine. And they said, well, yeah, but I mean, if you don't do this, then what are you going to do? And it was so nice because in the back of my head, I didn't want to embarrass them. I didn't want to shame them. I just wanted to congratulate them. And so they said, well, you have some network marketing experience, right? And I said, yeah, I have a little bit of network marketing experience. And so they said, well, how's it going for you? And I said, it's going really good. It's going great. But this isn't about me. This is about you. And I like what you're doing. You're doing great things. You're going to impact a lot of people. And they said, well, what kind of results have you had? And I said, I've had a few results, but it's not about me. And they said, well, can you tell us any stories at all? And I said, sure, I can. I said, so for all the many years that you've been here and all the good stuff you've had, I'll keep it really simple. You guys have been here for this long. I've been with my company comparatively this long. And for the results you've had, I said, here's our results. It would go from here to there in this amount of time that you've been in this company for this long. And it took them a while to kind of figure that out. And when their jaw got picked back up off the ground, what that did is it reminded me of something. Here's the reason I'm telling you that. It matters how you look at this business out of the gate. Because so many people waste time. And then someday you're going to be asked to tell a story. And what kind of story do you want to tell? Do you want to tell the story about it taking forever to get something done? Or do you want to show people what's possible in the shortest amount of time possible? Because that's more attractive. Does that make sense? So you want to be as attractive as possible and show people what's possible. And this is possible. I mean, seriously, do you all believe that you know 2 people that if you put them in front of Tom and Denise, that they would more than likely say this makes more sense than it doesn't make sense? Do you all know 2 people that would fall into that category? What do you think, Jen? You believe that's true?
I do.
Yeah, I mean, you've known this couple for a very long time. You know their heart, you know their purity, you know the genuineness that they come across. So you can do this. Do you all believe that this is possible? Do you believe that this is possible?
Yes.
Then the point is just do it, and don't worry about being so smart and having all the answers. Just put the people, just like this is happening right now. Just put the people in front of these individuals, and everything else will take care of itself while you're figuring it out. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
Go ahead and put me through here, because I have no idea what the rest of this is.
The other thing that I want to say though is you hit that a long time ago. 13,000. This isn't today.
No. And he talks about all the different ways you get paid. We have a car bonus that we don't make you buy a car on. So we give you that as a luxury bonus. And it starts at $300, which is a really, really easy benchmark to hit. And then it goes up from there. And what I want to say about network marketing is this is the hardest thing you've ever done. Do not let anybody ever tell you network marketing is easy. Because it's easy for you to use your own talents to sell things. But when you start teaching people and building an army, I am telling you, it's a whole new skill set. It's an exciting skill set. And we know how to teach you to teach people how to do it. But make no mistake, it's work. And make no mistake, most people don't succeed.
And
So,
the other thing is that it's a huge responsibility.
yeah. Yeah. Scott, when he got Jessica, when he got Joel, when he got Dee and he got Tamara into this business, he took responsibility for their destiny. And you guys know that he is absolutely 1,000% committed to you because he made that commitment. He didn't foist it upon Denise and I. He didn't foist it upon Juliet. As a team, they took that commitment on. And what we want to get you to understand is here you're building your own dream. Now, in your job, you might be building your own dream with your paycheck, with your boss. But here you're doing that. And it is, I mean, you might not want to do with your money or your time what Denise and I do with our money and time. But I promise every one of you that you want our life. You want to be able to do what we're able to do. And it took us a long time. And we kissed a lot of frogs. And we crossed a lot of names off the board. But we understood the potential of this business, so we never quit. And we never gave up. And what I want to tell you is to never quit. Never give up. Because at the end of the rainbow, there's a pot of gold. And it's going to be a heck of a fight to get to it. But that pot of gold is only going to get bigger as you get closer to it instead of smaller, which is the opposite of corporate America. Okay. So we have the products and services that give you the best chance. We got 20 years of experience doing it. We got a community to support you. We've got tool upon tool upon tool. You've got this office to use. You can come and buy and transfer buy product out of here. We will help you. That's all it boils down to. Our success depends on you. And that is a great place for you to be. We need you. So that's, I think that's, is that the last slide? So it's 21 to 20. What's the next one? Oh, disclaimer. I want that disclaimer up there behind us because what I don't want anybody here thinking is that we're trying to sell you something that's not real. We want you to understand the risks. We want you to understand the rewards. We never made a health claim. We never made a product claim. We never made an income claim. All we did was show you some math. And the reason I'm saying that is because I am committed as a member of the Association of Network Marketing Professionals to present this thing as it is, which is real, and not give you any smoke and mirrors. And you're darn right that we want you in our business. We want you, Paul. We want you, Alec. We want you, Jen. We want you. We want these little guys to grow up to be network marketers. They might want to be a construction worker. I'm all for that. One of them wants to be a cook. What would the third one want to be?
Military.
A nose picker?
Military.
What?
Military.
Nose picker.
Captain.
All right, captain nose picker. All right. So I know that you have a decision to make. And you've got to make that decision based on a lot of factors.
But I want you to say, now I've got a $500 potential investment here with a money-back guarantee and a little bit of time. Ask yourself this. What if Scott Fargulis is right? What if Tom Chenault is right? What if Juliet or Denise is right? What if I partner with my good friend Joel Molly? What if I partner with my good friend Seth and I take them out? What if they're right? It's a money-back guarantee, so I have nothing to lose. And what if they're right? So just think about that as you put your baby to bed. Have you got kids? You don't have kids, obviously, Alec. How old are you?
I'm 20.
And good. You got a big future in front of you, man.
I know.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad's probably a book you should read.
Yeah.
You know, where you really learn about everything from there. It's not a multi-level marketing book. It's a book about money and business. But grab it and learn it, no matter what you do in your life. And we're not here to tell you to do this. We're telling
Doing
you
something that creates residual income.
not even that so much.
Well,
Do something that's going to make you your best you. And if you can monetize that, that's even better. And we believe wholeheartedly that we can help you monetize your best you if you'll just follow the people that invited you here. So thanks a lot for coming, and we love you. Go home. Isn't she awesome?
Yes, she is.
All right, drink some coffee, shoplift, do anything.
Will the people watching?
Pardon me?
Will the people watching there?
there we go. How are you?
Marianne. Marianne. Are you still recording?